Heyo. How's it going, everyone? Alex, the Oilers fan here. And we are back for some playoff hockey. Round one, game one against the Los Angeles Kings. No. Against the Anaheim Ducks. Yes, for the first time on this channel, and for the first time in 5 years, the Edmonton Oilers will not be playing the LA Kings in the first round of the playoffs, but they're still playing a California team in the Anaheim Ducks. And honestly, this is it's going to be a good series, I think. Let's take I saw a lot of comparisons the other day about how the Edmonton Oilers of 2026 are like the Anaheim Ducks of 2017, which was the last time these two teams met in the playoffs. And how the Ducks of 2026 are like the Oilers of 2017. The young, up-and-coming team versus the been there, done that. Well, been there, but haven't done it. Grizzled veteran team. And, I'm just going to move this over here. Oh, boy. Yeah, I want to take a look. There we go. That's better, I think. There we go. It's been 9 years since these teams last met in the playoffs. It's actually funny. I was when I was kind of figuring out how I was going to do my intro and all that. I went through the history of these two teams in the playoffs. They've played each other in the postseason 3 times. The first time was in 2006 in the Western Conference Final against Western Conference Final. Edmonton won that series in 5 games en route to their 2006 Stanley Cup final appearance. And that was 20 years ago. 20 years ago. And then 9 years ago, they met in the second round for their second meeting. And the less that is said about that series, the better, because there's a lot of bad memories from that series, but the Anaheim Ducks did win it in 7 games. And now here we are in 2026 in a first round matchup with the third time these teams are meeting. So the first time they were in the third round, and the second time they were in the second round, the third time they're in the first round. It's kind of crazy. But I just want to show you guys how much time has passed since these two teams met. And I'll show you how much time has passed. Last time these two teams met in the playoffs, this was Edmonton's home playoff jersey. This third jersey, which I absolutely love. And for those of you who have seen this before, this is Cam Talbot's jersey, who was the starting goalie for Edmonton in those playoffs. Got my big old Cam Talbot jersey. But yeah, it's kind of funny. The Anaheim Ducks wear an orange jersey, and then we had the Edmonton Oilers wearing an orange jersey. They called it the Orange Crush. So that's kind of cute. Throw this somewhere. I don't know where. Throw it right here. We'll throw Cam. There we go. Let's put him up there. Okay. So let's get to lineups. Oilers and Ducks, game 1, round 1. Now, my prediction for this series, Edmonton should win this in 4 or 5 games. But there are 2 reasons why Edmonton will lose. And for me, both have to happen at the same time. And you know what? I'm going to get on my hat here. There we go. Get on my Oilers hat. Fantastic. There we go. For me, 2 things need to happen in order for Anaheim to win the series. Number 1, Lucas Dostal has to stand on his head, and the sad part is he can absolutely do that. I feel like Dostal is good enough to steal a game or 2 for the Ducks, and if he steals more than that, Edmonton could be in trouble. If they can get past If they can get past Dostal, Edmonton wins the series. But if Dostal stands on his head, if he stands on his head and he steals 2 or 3 games, Edmonton can be in trouble. The second thing that has to happen, and here's the thing, both of these things have to happen at the same time. So first of all, Dostal has to stand on set. The second thing that has to happen is Edmonton has to big brain this series. And by that, I mean, not just Edmonton, more specifically Chris Knoblauch. And unfortunately, that has already kind of started to happen. As we're going to take a look at the lineups here. It hasn't been posted officially yet, so I'm just going to go with what was based on practice, because the practice lines are more indicative of are more indicative of what we were seeing in game time. The reason I'm saying that is because the practice lines had 2 players that were injured for Edmonton, but both are in the lineup tonight. So let's go ahead and get to the lineups. We're just going to go from what we saw from Bob Stauffer, if I can find it here, and Tony Brar. But we'll wait for Edmonton to post the official lineups. I've already seen the lineups earlier today, so I already know. But let's go ahead and take a look at the practice line. So this was the practice lines yesterday. So you have Connor McDavid between Matthew Savoy and Zach Hyman. This line for Edmonton, since being formed, has been phenomenal for the Oilers. Connor, you have Matthew Savoy, who, if you were to ask me to name the best Edmonton Oiler post-Olympics not named Connor McDavid, the first person I'm probably going to name is Matthew Savoy. Pre-Olympics, Matthew Savoy was he was okay. He was getting his looks, getting his opportunities. He was scoring a couple goals, but he wasn't flashy. Post-Olympics, outside of Connor McDavid, he's been Edmonton's best player. He's going to the net. He's scoring a lot of goals. He and Connor have had this chemistry where Savoy knows where to go and Connor's able to find him. Obviously, Connor McDavid, there is nothing I can say about Connor McDavid that hasn't already been said in the last 10 years since he started playing. It's Connor McDavid. And, he is one of those few players in the game that can actually literally just decide, you know what, I'm going to win this game myself. And the best example I can provide of that was actually a couple weeks ago. Edmonton was playing in San Jose. Macklin Celebrini scores the first goal of the game, and everyone's thinking, oh, here's Macklin Celebrini, who's kind of upstage Connor McDavid in a year or two. And then Connor's like, yeah, I'm just going to go score a hat trick and 5 points in a game and propel my team to a 5-2 win. And that's exactly what he did. And then you have Zach Hyman, who he's been having injury troubles. He got injured in Game 4 against Dallas last year. He missed the first month and a bit of the season this year, and he dealt with an injury later on. He did come back for the final game, and he didn't really look out of place. So, and him and McDavid have had chemistry ever since they've been put together. So, that top line, golden. Top line, solid. Nothing wrong with that top line. Second line, you have Leon Draisaitl between Vasily Podkolzin and Kasperi Kapanen. Of course, Draisaitl got injured against Nashville, I believe in March, sometime in March, like at the beginning of March. Didn't play a game for the remainder of the season. So he is back in the playoff lineup. Edmonton did confirm. This is a confirmation from the Oilers. Oh, yeah, here we go. So the official lines have been posted. Yeah, so it's the same as at practice lines from yesterday. So Draisaitl was activated by Edmonton today, so he's centering that second line. Vasily Podkolzin, I can't even begin to talk about how good Vasily Podkolzin is. His guy is just he's the first person on the ice for practice. He's the last person off the ice. He goes on the ice like half hour before everyone else does, working on things, and it's paid off in spades. He's good on the forecheck. He's good along the boards. He is phenomenal. And then the third player on that line is obviously Kasperi Kapanen. This line was formed in Game 4 against Vegas in last year's playoffs. And initially, I didn't like it, but they did not give up a goal at any point in the final 2 games of that series as Edmonton shut out Vegas in Game 4 and Game 5 to win that series in 5 games. This is the first small big brain moment I would say from Knobloch here. Kasperi Kapanen is a very inconsistent player. When he's on, he's on. When he's hot, he's red hot. When he's cold, he is brutal. And unfortunately, he's been more cold than hot. I would much rather like to see Roslovic on that second line with Draisaitl, because the Podkolzin and Draisaitl-Roslovic line has had a lot of chemistry, especially early on in this season when it was like the only line doing something. But I can understand why Knobloch has Kapanen on that second line. And speaking of Roslovic, we have a third line of Jason Dickinson between Nugent Hopkins and Roslovic, purely defensive third line. And I could even argue that Roslovic is only there to provide that line with some sort of pulse for an offensive push. And that's probably why we have Kapanen on the second line and Roslovic on the third. Fourth line, this is the problem that I have with this coach, and this is why I say his big brain decisions are going to cost Edmonton this game. In the final game of the regular season, the Edmonton Oilers iced a third line consisting of Josh Szymanski between between Colton Dach and Trent Frederick. That line went out there. They forechecked. They grinded. They crashed. They banged. They crashed bodies. They banged bodies. They did everything they could. They scored 2 goals. Their underlying metrics were solid. And Chris Knobloch goes, we need to get Adam Henrique in the lineup. I am telling you, I am saying this right now. I have said this, and I'm going to say this again. Part of the reason why Edmonton is going to lose this series is because stupid decisions like that. Adam Henrique should not be playing. I understand why he's playing. I get it. And I feel good, good for you, Adam, but you should not be playing. You are not good enough to be playing in the Game 1 playoff lineup. That should go to Josh Szymanski. And my biggest problem is that Adam Henrique has had a propensity this season for taking a stupid penalty, causing a bad play leading to a goal against. I feel like Adam Henrique is going to do something stupid, and then someone else is going to pay the price for it. Colton Dach. So Adam Henrique should not be playing. I'm not going to say any more on the subject. Colton Dach acquired in the... Was he acquired with Connor Murphy or Jason Dickinson? I forget. Anyway, he was acquired from Chicago. Young player, has a lot of hits. Good fourth line grind. Bottom 6 energy body checker. Love the kid. Fantastic. Love him since he's come over. He's been fantastic. And then Trent Frederick. And another reason why we don't want to have Henrique in the lineup. Adam Henrique and Trent Frederick do not work. They have never worked. It's been proven they don't work. And yet they're in the lineup. Thank God they're on the fourth line. Otherwise, this might be a little bit worse than it is. Trent Frederick, pretty quiet season overall. He was better post-Olympics. I think it just kind of took him that time to get his groove on. So he's been good recently. But, I mean, that contract is not off to a good start. Defensively, they're going with Matthias Ekholm and Evan Bouchard. I don't need to say anything more about this defensive pairing. That has already been said. It has been elite since it was formed. Ekholm has been Edmonton's best defender, pure defender, since he was acquired 3 years ago now, because he was 2023? Yeah, 2023 trade deadline when he was acquired. And, of course, Evan Bouchard has flourished playing with Matthias Ekholm. Bouchard should be a favorite to win the Norris this year. He did finish with the most points by defenseman, but, the NHL doesn't like it when anyone other than Connor McDavid is up for an award, so they're not going to give it to him. Second pairing, you have Darnell Nurse with Connor Murphy. This defensive pairing has been pretty good, too. Darnell Nurse has struggled quite a lot of times this season. Edmonton's still trying to find a consistent defensive partner for him, but it does seem like Murphy has brought that stability that we've needed. And it was one of those things where it was one of those things, and I'm sorry, I'm just smiling here because they're showing Scott Oak's last last thing with After Hours. For those of you who don't know, Scott announced his retirement at the end of the season. I think he's doing the host for this series, but he and Ryan Reeves did a little bit where Ryan Reeves tried to do the whole. Anyway, I'm just getting a laugh at it. But yeah, Connor Murphy seems to brought that stability for Darnell Nurse, and they have been a fantastic pairing ever since being put together. And then your third pairing, you have Jake Wallman with Ty Emberson. Again, a pretty solid third defensive pairing. Emberson's been solid all year. Wallman's had his struggles, but he's been better recently, especially since Paul Coffey came back. And it's no surprise that every single defenseman on Edmonton has been better since Paul Coffey came back post-Olympics. And then starting in goal, you have Stu Skinny? No. Skinner is gone. And I was going to say Tristan Jarry. Connor Ingram is your starting goaltender for Edmonton tonight. Ingram, Edmonton's best goalie all season long. Absolutely no contest whatsoever. And that's how we're gonna do this. So that's kind of where we're at. So while we're still kind of getting into the pregame here, there's the warm-ups have been completed. They're just doing the ice now, and Scott Oak is doing his pregame. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard for the NHL playoffs right now. So Carolina and Ottawa. Carolina has a 1-0 series lead after shutting out Ottawa 2-0 in game 1. They are tied up at 2 with 2:34 left in the third period. So it definitely looks like that one is going to be going to overtime. Minnesota and Dallas, the Minnesota Wild, a team I want absolutely nothing to do with in the playoffs. They beat up on Dallas 6-1. In game 1. They lead the series 1-0, but they're with 12:42 left in the first. They are tied up at 0s. Philadelphia has a 2-0 series lead over the Pittsburgh Penguins after shutting them out 3-0 tonight in game 2. And then taking a look at the other playoff series currently going on right now, standings, bracket. Let's take a look here. Colorado has a 1-0 series lead over the LA Kings. Vegas has a 1-0 series lead over Utah. Buffalo has a 1-0 series lead over Boston, and Montreal has a 1-0 series lead over Tampa. Edmonton and Anaheim is literally the last playoff series to get going. It's so frustrating that this is a thing, but in any case, so yeah. That's kind of it. Let's take a look at the Anaheim Ducks lineup. They've posted their projected lineup against Edmonton. So you got Leo Carlson between Chris Kreider and Troy Terry, Mikhail Granlund between Alex Killorn and Bennett Seneca, Ryan Paling between Mason McTavish and Carter Gauthier. I have no idea who these last 4 people are. Wash between Veal and Moore. Defensively, Jackson Lacombe with Jacob Trouba. Mintyukov with Carlson. John Carlson, I'm guessing that is. And then Hines with Gudis. And Lucas Dostal is starting in net. But it's... so taking a look at the Anaheim Ducks lineup, the advanced metrics are going to say the same thing, are saying this. Offensively, Anaheim is up there. I think, if I remember correctly, the Oilers and Ducks played 3 games in the regular season series. And as a result, and Edmonton won 2 of them. Edmonton won 2 of them. I think they scored like 28 goals combined. Let me just see here if I can do this here. Let's see, Game Center. Let's see if I can find. Yeah, season series. So let's do the math here. So Edmonton scored 7 goals, 5 goals, and 4 goals. So they scored 16 goals. Anaheim scored 4 plus 6 plus 2. 28 goals combined between these two teams in 3 games played. That is that's over 3 goals a game. So Offensively, Edmonton and Anaheim are going to be very good. It's going to be a very offensive series. The question for Edmonton is, can they play solid defensively? Defensively, Anaheim gave up a ton. They are one of the worst defensive teams in the league. I think they gave up like some of the most high danger chances in the NHL, and the only reason that they weren't a complete farce on that end is because Dostal bailed them out. But their PK is bottom fifth, is 27th in the league. Of course, Edmonton's power play is number one. So my prediction for the series, and again, I know I said that Edmonton is going to lose the series if Dostal stands on his head, and if Knobloch big brains his decisions. Another reason why Edmonton will lose a series is because they are not going to lock it down defensively. They are not going to lock it down defensively, and it is going to be a very put it like this: if it's a shootout, Edmonton has a chance. Anaheim has a chance as well. If Edmonton is able to lock it down, Anaheim doesn't have much of a chance. If Anaheim is able to lock it down, Edmonton doesn't have much of a chance. I still say Edmonton in 5, but this could easily go 6 or 7 games. It could easily be won by Anaheim, and honestly, it could be put it like this: Edmonton has not played well enough for me to put any confidence in them that they can go far if this is going to go more than 5 games. If this goes 6 or 7 games, win or lose, I don't think Edmonton's going to go past round 2. And now I should say that we do have a score update. Dallas is now leading Minnesota 1-0. Who scored for Dallas? Wyatt Johnston, 8:58 of the first period. Shots are 65 in favor of Minnesota. 9:46 left in the first period, but Wyatt Johnston has Dallas on the board early, or I say early, has them on the board. So that's a very good sign for has Dallas on the board. So, and we're still getting the pregame going here. I forgot, we did start this we did start this right at 10 o'clock, and this is going to go pretty much longer. So. So now we just sit and wait here. We're sitting and waiting. We're just sitting and waiting. So I'll be interested to see what happens. But look, like I said, I feel like this series is Edmonton's series to lose. We'll just say that this is Edmonton's series to lose. Will they? Probably not. Can they? Absolutely. And again, especially if Edmonton big brains this, and especially if Edmonton big brains this with some of their lineup decisions. And like I said, they've already kind of started with putting Adam Henrique on the 4th line in favor of Josh Szymanski, who, by the way, does the same job as Henrique, but he's younger, he's cheaper, he's faster, and he actually can produce a bit more than Adam Henrique can. So that's just my opinion. So. Ay. So I'm just kind of looking at highlights here while we're waiting for this game to get underway. Just taking a look. Dostal versus Ingrid, alternatively on Draisaitl. Yeah. Game 1, away game 1, game 1, home game 1. Game start. period 1, 20 minutes remaining. Yeah. So the Oilers will be starting the third line of Dickinson. Oilers are starting the third line of Dickinson between Nugent Hopkins and Roslovic with Nurse and Connor Murphy. Anaheim is countering Jackson with Tim Wash. So it's the third line versus the fourth line. So Tim Wash between Jeffrey Veal and okay, I'm assuming Ian Moore is not a defenseman because they say they're playing three defensemen. They're playing Jackson Lacombe, Ian Moore, both defensemen, Jacob Trouba, defenseman. I assume that there is a bit of a, unless they're putting a defenseman on the wing. Huh. Interesting. Okay, I guess. All right, whatever. But yeah, they're starting the fourth line. It's the fourth line against the third line. Now, I will say this. Anaheim is a bit. Anaheim does possess the ability, and this is the one thing that is, I don't want to say making me nervous, but okay, I'm gonna say making me nervous. Anaheim has a ton of big bodies, right? Looking at their lineup, they have Radko Gudas, who is known to target star players and take them out. Looking at you, Austin Matthews. They got Jacob Trouba, John Carlson. They do have some size, especially on that right-handed defensive side. Yeah, so they are going 11-7, looks like. Look at the let's take a look at some of the replies here. Start Husso. Yeah, you don't want to start Billy Husso. Edmonton's going to cruise in 4 games if you start Husso. You're going 11-7 in a playoff game. You won't make it past game 4. Well, they'll make it past game 4. I think this is a 4 or 5 game. My honest pick, my legitimate honest pick, Oilers in 5. But I will say this: Anaheim does have some size to them that might make it a little bit tougher for Edmonton. I just hope that Edmonton can respond just as physically as Anaheim is going to be. And Edmonton also needs to be careful that Anaheim does not try and take out star players. Can we get to the game already? I'm sorry. We're already 20 minutes past the supposed puck drop. And can we get started already, please? My God. All right, here we go. Yep. So the Oilers have hit the ice to Metallica's Enter Sandman, as they do for the last, I can't even remember. I think they've been, I think I think they started doing that in 2022, to be honest. So, all right, Scott Oak doing the introduction here, which is good. This is going to be a good. I think this will be a fun series for sure. But my stomach now has just started doing backflips in thinking about the series. I am not ready for this. I am not ready for this whatsoever. But we'll see what happens. And it'll be interesting to see how healthy Dickinson is. I don't think he'll be 100%, but I'm very curious to see how healthy he is. When they were talking about when Chris Knobloch was doing his pre-playoff availability, he was talking about how Dickinson wanted to play regardless of how he was feeling. He wants to play. He wanted to be in there, and I feel like he might be forcing the issue a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see how well he's performing and how well he's playing. But one of the things they say about hockey is that a regular season injury is a playoff. I'm fine. So if you're going to get injured in the regular season, you can take the time off in the regular season because your team can afford to do that. Remember, there's 82 games. Well, not anymore. Now it's going to be 84 next year, but your team has 84 games to survive with you taking a little time off. In the playoffs, you're playing minimum 4, maximum 7 at any given time. So you don't have time to dick around. And this is the problem that I have with Edmonton putting, and this is another reason why I have an issue with Edmonton putting in Adam Henrique into this lineup. If you're experimenting, why are you experimenting in a playoff game? It's the playoff, dude. You have 4 games minimum right now. Right now, both Edmonton and Anaheim are working under the assumption they're only going to be playing 4 more games. And the Minnesota Wild have tied it up against the Dallas Stars. Oh my God. I do not want to play. I don't want to play. I do not want Edmonton to play Dallas. Please, or I want Edmonton to play Colorado. If Edmonton is going to make the West Final, please let them play Colorado because at least they can match Colorado tit for tat. And I really hope we're getting, what's his name? I really hope we're getting Robert Clark for the anthems. I think we will be because they have some chick doing the American national anthem right now, but still. Brock Faber. What was that called? They had the open, they had the answer. They use the open ice. What the? Okay, whatever. All right. Okay. Now, the last time the Oilers and the Ducks played each other in a playoff game in Rogers Place, Edmonton smoked them 6-1, courtesy of a Leon Draisaitl hat trick, and that was when Edmonton was down 3-2 in the series. Oh, wait, what? Okay, did the Stars score again? Hold on. I feel like I gotta. No, it's still 1-1. And Ottawa and Carolina have not yet gone to overtime. I mean, they're in intermission right now, but they haven't gone to overtime quite just yet. All right, so here we go. So, okay, Anthem Lady is gone for America. Robert Clark's in the crowd. We got to do this. We got to do it. We got to do it. Yep, here we go. There we go. And if you guys are wondering why I was pointing to my screen, they showed Connor's mom and dad in the stands. Here we go. All right. Audio goes off because my commentary is going to be absolutely just bumbling over myself if that's the case. Okay. So here we go. Lucas Dostal, regular season record of 30-20-4 with a 310 goals against and an 888 save percentage. I did not catch the shutouts, but then we have Connor Ingram. 16, 10, and 3, 260 and 899 with 2 shutouts in the regular season. But he is 0 3 in his playoff career. He is hoping to change that tonight. Let's go, Oilers. Here we go. And Dickinson puts his stick down. Meyer has a stick down, and the Anaheim Ducks are going to win that opening face-off. Number 2, I gotta get stuff on the board here. Daily face-off, because I have no idea. Daily face-off. Here we go. Oilers in their own zone. Jack Roslovic takes a hit, lays a hit, and Darnell Nurse behind his own net. He's going to set it up. He's going to send it back to Connor Murphy. Let's take a look at the line combos for the Anaheim Ducks here. And then we're going to copy this. We're going to paste it because I want to get both the defense and the... so we got the... There we go. And number 2 is Jackson Lacombe. There we go. All right. Puck dumped in on Dostal. Michikov is going to turn over that puck. Bouchard is going to take that shot. Is going to miss the net. And Carlson's going to pick it up. He's going to send it up to Leo Carlson, I think. Here comes Leo Carlson. He's going to take that shot. He's going to get blocked by Evan Bouchard. And he's going to send it up. And here comes Matthew Savoy. He's going to find Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid's going to streak. And Connor is going to try and roof it short side with that little gap that Dostal was leaving for him. Connor has been known to do that. No dice on that play. And no dice on that play. Bouchard behind the net, and Draisaitl's going to pick it up. Leon Draisaitl, here we go. Draisaitl, cross ice to Wallman. He's going to take that shot. Dostal with the save, and he's going to cover it up. Ooh, right. Oh my goodness, we are off. We are off to the races here. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It is a little weird not seeing. It's weird not seeing the LA Kings playing. Oh, I don't like this. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like this matchup now that I think about it. I'm scared. I like playing the LA Kings. It was great. All right, here we go. All right, so Draisaitl against who is that taking the face off? I think that's Granlund. And yeah, it is Granlund. So Draisaitl is going to win the face-off. Or no, that was not Draisaitl. Draisaitl with a shot off the face-off. Who took the face-off there? Was it Kapanen or Podkolzin? I don't know. Anyway, Draisaitl behind the net sends it out in front, but it's going to split the defense. And oh yeah, because Edmonton's facing an orange team in the playoffs now, they're giving Edmonton the blue bar on the scoreboard. Usually Edmonton gets the orange one, but yeah, that makes sense. Which is weird because when they played Florida, they gave Edmonton the blue bar as well. So usually Edmonton gets orange when they play on the new Sportsnet scoreboard, but whatever. All right, Nurse over to Connor Murphy. Connor Murphy's going to try and clear that puck. Fanned on the shot from a Ducks player. One of the things I like about playoffs is that I don't usually follow Anaheim, so I don't know any of their players' names, and I don't know the jersey numbers. So one of the things I like about playing this team is that by the end of the series, I'm going to know who these players are. And who's number 20? I saw number 20 there. Who's number 20? Is there number 20? That was Chris Kreider. Oh, man, Dickinson in front of the net, nothing doing there. Or is that Frederick? I don't know. I think fourth line for Edmonton's out there. Oh, no, it's Roslovic, so it's the third line. All right, Bouchard to Ekholm up to Dickinson. He's going to try and flip it over to Roslovic. Nothing doing there. And number 28, Jeffrey Vale is going to pick it up. Murphy back to Nurse. Darnell Nurse going to start it up in his own zone. Shots are 2-0 in favor of Edmonton. Roslovic's going to dump it in to the corner. And here come the Ducks. Number 19, that's Troy Terry. He's going to squeeze past the defense. Troy Terry comes in, good defensive play. Who was that? Was that Roslovic? Troy Terry tried the toe drag, and Jack Roslovic with a good stick poked it off of him before he could get a good opportunity. Puck dumped into the Oilers zone or Ducks zone. Lacombe takes a shot, or not takes a hit from Trent Frederick, and Frederick's going to pick up that puck. Here go. Oh, not Zach Hyman. Zach Hyman drops for McDavid. McDavid's going to take that shot. He's just missing that. Oh my goodness. Hyman, here we go. He's going to dump that puck in, chip in charge, McDavid. The Ducks are going to clear it out. So far, Anaheim has looked back. No, they have not. Person on Twitch, you're lying. All right. Woolman sends it up to Draisaitl. Draisaitl's going to try and send it over to Podkolzin. That puck's going to get dumped into the Ducks zone. Ducks are going to clear it out, and that's going to be an icing on Anaheim. Okay, so Edmonton's leading 3-0 in shots. Pretty good pace so far. I can't really complain so far. All right, here we go. All right, so Podkolzin. So the second line is out on the ice. Dreisaitl's going to take that face off against Kreider. And the Anaheim Ducks win the puck. They're going to try and get out of the zone. They're going to be able to, but Edmonton's going to force it back in. D to D, and here come the Ducks. Dump it into the Oilers zone and go for a change. Ingram leaves it for Woolman, Jake Woolman, up to Podkolzin, over to Draisaitl. Here goes Leon. He's going to pass over to Kapanen. Kapanen's going to take that shot, and Lucas Dostal is going to hang on to that puck. And we have some shenanigans in front of the net. Oh my goodness, I am not ready for this. I'm not ready for this. I'm not. No, don't do that. Remove. All right. So puck is down. Puck is out of the Oilers zone, or Anaheim zone, I should say. And Edmonton's just resetting in the neutral zone. Connor Murphy's going to dump that puck in, and it's going to get flipped out of play. And we have ourselves another stoppage in play. We might get our first commercial break here. 14:29 left in the first period. Shots are 4-0 in favor of Edmonton. So absolutely 100%. So there we go. So face off at center ice, McDavid against, is that Lacombe? That's Carlson. And Savoy comes in to take the face off, and Lacombe's going to, or Carlson's going to win it. Puck in the Oilers zone, Bouchard over to Ekholm. Puck out in front, Bouchard there with the defense. Bouchard finds McDavid. McDavid's going to have to spin in his own zone. Gets away from a checker. Here's Hyman, drops it for Bouchard. Bouchard winds, fires, save by Dostal. Into the corner, Matt Savoy. Down low for Zach Hyman. Hyman in Gretzky's office. Back up top for Savoy. Back up top for Ekholm. Ekholm is going to throw that puck towards the net, but it's going to get blocked. But the Oilers maintain possession in the zone. McDavid has the puck knocked to the stick. McDavid, Hyman, shot, missed the net. All right, got deflected into the corner. Matt Savoy was not there. He had an open net, but he just could not get a stick on that. Shots are 5-0 in favor of Edmonton right now. Edmonton's come out, and they've come out to play. But here come the Ducks. Killorn tries to drop back, but Bouchard is there with support. Sends it back to Ekholm. Ekholm back to Bouchard. Bouchard sends it up. Tried to stretch pass. Couldn't. It was intercepted in the neutral zone by the Ducks. Nice move, and a shot missed the net from the Ducks there. I don't know who that was. Ekholm is going to flip that puck out tries to spring Roslovic. Dostal's going to flip it out. And here comes the Ducks. Nice back check by whoever that was. I think that was Nugent Hopkins. Roslovic's going to flip it into the Duck zone. Now, Anaheim does have a shot on goal now. So Anaheim does have a shot. Puck deflected off of a Duck skate. It's going to go all the way into the Oilers zone. No icing. Emerson's going to rim that puck around. And, oh boy. Come on, guys. Don't do anything stupid now. Number 23 that's McTavish. He's going to try and send it out in front. Back to the point. Guy's going to send it on front, and it's going to get picked off. And here we go. Breakaway for Vasily Podkolzin. He's going to shoot it. It's going to get saved by Dostal. Oh, my goodness. Draisaitl. Shot. Puck deflected up over the net. We got our first commercial break. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. Man. All right. So you know what we're going to do here is while we're in this commercial break, let's check in on Ottawa, Carolina to see what's going on. It's 2-2, still in overtime with 12:13 left, which means they're going to we'll do a commercial break with about 10 minutes left. So here we go. Puck dumped into the Carolina zone. Looks like Claude Giroux is going to go after. He's going to drop it for a guy. He's going to send it back to the point. Shot blocked in front. Another shot blocked in front. Ottawa, another shot blocked in front. These two teams. Oh, man. I think they're like the two best defensive teams in the league, and the score is showing it. The 6 goals have been scored in 2 games, 4 by Carolina, 2 by Ottawa. And yet here is Ottawa in a 2-2 tie in overtime with 12 minutes to go. Puck dumped in on Anderson. My screen is blurry as shit right now because of the bad quality. It'll clear up here in a few seconds. Carolina back in their own zone. And they're going to drop it. And here comes a guy. Is that Taylor Hall? That is Taylor Hall. Yeah, Taylor Hall in the corner. There's a throwback for you. Oh, man. Taylor Hall drops it behind the net. And, all right, so now we're back. So we're going to get rid of that. And, yeah. First playoff year for core players. Yeah, 2017 Draisaitl, McDavid, Nugent Hopkins. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that was so. All right, face off won by Edmonton. The Anaheim Ducks are going to get the clear. And bad pass by that defenseman. Ducks are just going to have to dump it in. Shots are 6-1 in favor of Edmonton right now. No goals yet. It's the story of the Edmonton Oilers' lives right now. But they're always slow starters. You know what? I'm going to say this. I know I've said Edmonton in 5. I know I've said Edmonton's going to win the series in 5 games. Shot saved by Connor Ingram off of that Ducks player. Here comes McDavid. 2-on-2 rush. He's being pressured from behind. McDavid gets around one guy. He's going to take the shot saved by Dostal. Oh, my goodness. Like I said, if Anaheim is going to win the series, Dostal is going to have to stand on his head. And unfortunately, it's just fuck. He's going to steal. I'm guaranteeing you right now, he's going to steal a game. Edmonton has this propensity to losing game ones. I can count on one hand how many times they've won game 1 in a series, and it's twice. 2017 against the Ducks. And 2024 against the Kings. Every other time they played a game 1, they have lost. Actually, no, they did win game 1 against Florida last year, didn't they? I'm just trying to think. Yeah, they lost both game 1s to Dallas. They lost game 1 to Vancouver. They lost game 1 to they beat. Yeah. Okay. So hold on. Let's do a count here. Game 2017 round 2 game 1 against Anaheim, they won. They didn't make the playoffs again. 2020 qualifying, they lost to Chicago. 2021, they got swept by Winnipeg. 2022, they lost game 1 to LA. Lose game 1 to Calgary. And then they got swept by Colorado. So 2023, they lose game 1 to LA. Lose game 1 to Vegas. 2024, they win game 1 against LA. Lose game 1 against Vancouver. Lose game 1 against, 3 times. No, that's not true. Because they won game 1 against Vegas, and then they won game 1 against Florida. So 4 times that I can think of. 4 times I can think of Edmonton winning game 1 in their playoff history. So Edmonton does not win a lot of this is yeah. I just Edmonton loses game 1s a lot. We'll just say that. All right, Draisaitl. Here comes Draisaitl. He's gonna button hook. He's gonna try and pass it up. Oh God, here we go. Don't bring this, Edmonton. The Ducks player could not reach that puck in time. Draisaitl with a pass. Bad pass. And now the Anaheim Ducks have zone possession because of it. Shots are 8-3 in favor of Edmonton. One thing I'll say is that Anaheim is a speedy, fast team. So they might get Edmonton on their heels a bit. Edmonton hasn't looked slow or out of place, but it's a lot different than playing the Kings. I'll say that. And that's part of the reason why I'm a little bit nervous. The Kings are the kind of team that slow the game down, which makes sense for Edmonton. The Ducks score first. Oh boy. Who is that? Number 42 on Anaheim. Now they might rule goalie interference here. Oh, hold on. It might not count. Oh, so it's ruled goalie interference. Okay. Okay. So, no, 1-0. They ruled goalie interference. They went to commercial break, so this is goaltender interference. Yeah. All right. Well, that's Edmonton's wake-up call. Okay. Ever sells a commercial break. Still. Yeah, so that's not a goal. Still 0-0s across the board, but that's not something. I mean, you can't bump Ingram like that. Yeah. So still 0-0 with 9:06 left in the first, but oh boy, not. All my talk about how Edmonton's going to win the series in 5. I this series is going to go longer than that now, guaranteed. I don't like how this has started. Edmonton started good. They've been the better team, I think. They've had better chances, but I mean, the Ducks are just going to be. It's going to be one of those things where Edmonton's is going to dominate, and then the Ducks are just going to get one off a fluky one. So here we go. Shot blocked in front. Oilers are going to try and clear it. They can't clear it. And what do we have? High stick. Yeah, it looks like it was played with a high stick, so the puck is going to come out of the Oilers zone. And yeah. So yeah, just oh my goodness. I'm not okay. I thought he was going to the pen. I thought Troy Terry was going to the penalty box, and he's just going back to his bench. So face off at the Oilers blue line on the right-hand side. Mikhail Granlund's going to get tossed out in favor of Alex Killorn and going up against Leon Draisaitl. And Killorn's going to win that face. Come on, Leon. Okay, you know what? Leon's coming back from injury. It's his first game since like mid-March. Fine, whatever. Let's just... Oh, boy. Here we go. All right. Ducks. Killorn. He's going to come in. He's going to take that shot. It's going to get blocked. Draisaitl up to Connor Murphy. He's going to send it up to Kapanen. Kapanen's going to do a drop pass to Podkolzin, and Podkolzin is going to fling it into the right-hand corner of the Ducks zone. Podkolzin swing and a miss. Darnell Nurse over to Murphy. Connor Murphy. He's going to flip it into the zone and was offside. Yeah, it looks like offside on Edmonton. Okay, cool. Offside. God. I don't know what the hell I just watched. All right. Here come the Ducks into the Oilers zone. Fanned pass from that player. He's going to try another take a shot, and it's going to get behind the Oilers net. A fan on another pass. That player, whoever that is, has made 2 fan passes. Oilers can't control that puck, and that's going to be offside on Anaheim. And now we're going to have some rough stuff. Ryan Poehling. Yeah, we're going to have some rough stuff here between Edmonton and Anaheim. So his name is Washi. Washi is his name. Okay. So 14 to 11 are the hits in favor of Edmonton. That's good. All right. Puck into the zone. Matt Savoy on the forecheck, and here come the Ducks. Oh, God. Leo Carlson. I think that's Leo Carlson. I don't know. He's going to try and send it out. Oh, that was whoever that was. Whatever. It was that Hyman. Hyman with the bad pass. Shot blocked in front. Here come the Oilers. Hyman. And it's going to get poked into the stands, and we're going to have another stoppage in play. 7:05 left in the first period. All right, face off at center ice, won by Edmonton. It's going to go all the way back into their zone. Connor Murphy's going to pick it up. He's going to do a backhand pass to Podkolzin. Podkolzin gets into a little bit of trouble, but he does recover, and he now has control. And he's going to send it around for nobody. Leo Carlson. Pressured by Draisaitl. Carlson tries to send it out in front. No one home. Ducks, with a shot, goes through the crease. Hit by Podkolzin on player. Shot from the point. Blocked in front by Podkolzin. Draisaitl's going to have it. Draisaitl has it. He's going to try and... come on, guys. Get your passes out better. Come on, Draisaitl. Backhand pass. Podkolzin stops up. Goes cross ice to Murphy. He's going to take that shot. Puck! Saved by Dostal. Emberson down for Draisaitl. Draisaitl. Double team, but he's still going to get a good pass off. Draisaitl back to the point for Emberson. Emberson pinches. Puck comes out, but Wollman is there in support. So the Ducks aren't going to be able to get very far. Wollman over to... No, he's still going to maintain. I thought he was going to pass it off to Emberson. Now he passes it off to Emberson. Emberson, nice little move. Oilers chop it into the zone. Dickinson, Nugent Hopkins, and Roslovic on the ice now. Wollman pinching. Puck goes to the far corner. No one home. Dickinson is there. And Roslovic drops for Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins didn't take that shot. And it's just going to miss the net. Roslovic drops for Nugent Hopkins. Over to Dickinson. He's going to take that shot. It's going to get blocked in front and go over the net. Was that Emberson pinching down low? Sends it down low for Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins involved in the battle. Dickinson comes up. He's going to send it back down low for Nuge. McDavid has now stepped onto the ice. And Anaheim is going to clear that puck out. Matthias Ekholm. Shot attempts 20-18 in favor of Edmonton. So this has been, these two teams offensively minded. McDavid, nice move. McDavid going around the net. Puck is off the moorings. Or no, is not off the moorings. Shot. Oh, missed the net. Bouchard for McDavid. McDavid has the poke pucked off him by Moore, and here come the Ducks. Bouchard is going to flip it off the glass, and the Ducks maintain control. And what do we have here? Hand pass or a penalty? Looks like we're going to a commercial break regardless here. What do we have? Penalty? So 4:46 left in the first period. It is still... All right. All right, so let's check in on this Carolina-Ottawa game. 5:48 left in the overtime period. Shots are 39-30 in favor of Carolina, but the score remains 2-2, obviously, because they're still in overtime, but there's 5:48 left in the third, or not in the third, in overtime. Offensive zone face-off for the Senators. I have absolutely no idea who's on the ice or what's being taken here, so we're just going to pretend that we know what's going on. So face-off is going to be drop the puck, Zebras. All right, puck won by the Carolina Hurricanes, and they're going to flip it out. Here comes a Carolina Hurricane player down the side. Is that Taylor Hall? I think that's Taylor Hall. Looks like Taylor Hall. I see a partial number there because my screen is so freaking blurry. Senators going to pick it up behind the net, behind their own net. I'm going to flip it to center ice, but the Carolina Hurricanes are going to be in there in support. Oh, here we go, though. Ottawa. Flip pass inside. Shot. Frederik Andersen's going to make that save. The only thing I know for sure of who's playing are the goalies. It's the only thing I know for sure. Shot. It's the net. All right. And the game is back. And yeah, these two teams, Edmonton and Anaheim, they are hitting each other. Shot. Where's it? Oh my God. It's Freddie is down. Buck is behind the net. Oh my God. The Anaheim or the Anaheim. Okay, whatever. Here we go. All right, so back for game 4:46 left in the first period. Shots are, I think they're still 9-4 in favor of Edmonton, but the score remains 0-0. Draisaitl wins the faceoff. Yeah, shots are 9-4 at the blue line. Oh, nice move from Nurse. Nurse gets his knocks or has a, I don't know. Anyway, Ducks coming in. Nice back check by Leon. Leon with the good back check there. Podkolzin up to Nurse. Holy crap. And here comes Nurse. Fires it across to... Oh, Draisaitl down low. Oh, my God. Draisaitl just misses that net. Draisaitl had a miniature breakaway, but he had a Duck closing in on him, so he had to fire it pretty quickly. Oh, my God. Boy, I have two hockey games going on my screen right now. All right, Bouchard sends it down low for Hyman. Hyman's going to get there first. He's in a puck battle with a defenseman, with Carlson and another guy. Okay, John Carlson is going to pick up that puck, flings it across, and now the Ducks have a 3-on-2 rush. A slow 3-on-2 rush, though. They're not really going to go anywhere. Shot just missed that. Nice stay. Oh, my God. Anaheim. Oh, my God. I don't know who that was. He tried to wait out Ingram, and he just shoveled that puck wide. Otherwise, it's 1-0 Anaheim. Puck flung out back in front, but it is going to go back into the Ducks zone. And oh my goodness, I can't. Hate playoff hockey, man. I love it. I love it, but I hate it. It is the worst thing. Oh God. Oh, and the Carolina Hurricanes are going to get a penalty in overtime. Oh my God. And the Carolina Hurricanes have scored in overtime to beat the Ottawa Senators. Yes, and Jason Dickinson has just scored for Edmonton. It's 1-0. Yes. I was so focused on Carolina, I did not see that Jason Dickinson had a partial breakaway. Let's see what happens here. So Emberson over to Wallman. Wallman. Oh yeah, Dickinson just got behind. Yes. Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. Carolina might not be done yet. Okay, so hold on. They're reviewing it because it's overtime playoffs, so they're reviewing it honestly, but I think this is going to be a final. Oh, here we go. Edmonton 2-on-1. Oh, offside. All right. There's no way. There's no way. Oh, Adam Henrique's injured. It is offside. So Kapanen and all right. So Adam Henrique suffered might have been an injury. We'll see what happens. Shots are 10-3 in favor of Edmonton, and the Oilers still lead 1-0. Here we go. Podkolzin with a rip shot and saved by Dostal. All right, so So Edmonton got the first goal. I'm kind of happy about that. That's very good. Podkolzin finds Drysdale. Kapanen shot. Oh, gets Kapanen scores 2-0 Edmonton. Yes, there it is. Yes. 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 Okay. Okay. All right. All right. So the Oilers fans are chanting Lucas right now. All right. Draisaitl has first. Okay. So that second line contributing. Here we go. This is good. All right. I'm a lot more comfortable now. Shot saved by Connor Ingram. Good job, Connor. Good job, Connor. Oh my God, guys. I'm telling you right now, I'm fucking nervous, man. This is ridiculous. I am absolutely nervous right now. Okay, let's see what's going on in this game here. So Carolina scored on a delayed penalty. Because it was an overtime goal in the playoffs, the league automatically has to review it, and they've called it back offside. So now it's a 2-2 game still. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Now, obviously, if Carolina scores, then we would have wasted everyone's time. But so so not only so the Carolina Hurricanes now have a penalty shot. All right, let's yep, Dickinson. They called it Dicky. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, here we go. So puck in the Oilers zone. Okay, so Carolina does get a penalty shot here, though. That's the worst part. I don't know why. Okay, whatever. They do get a penalty shot. Shots are 13-3 with 57.6 seconds remaining. All right, well, here we go. All right, here we go. Here we go. Penalty shot in overtime. Martin Hook with the penalty shot. Here we go. Martin is going to pick it up. He's going to skate. He's going to wide. It's going to be saved by Olmark. Okay. All right. Let's focus back on this Oilers game right now. So shots, it's 13-3. Edmonton's just been the better team this period. There you go. 19 seconds left in the first period. That's a penalty. That should be a tripping call. No, are you? Oh yeah, no. Why would you give Edmonton a power play when they're up 2-0 in game one? Fuck off, refs. All right, puck dumped back in. That's going to be icing on. No, it's not going to be icing. But with a second left. Okay, very good period for Edmonton. They're up 2-0. This is good. This is fantastic. I like this. That's good. Man. Okay. Well. All right. Now we're going back to Carolina here. So 2:46 left in overtime. Here come the Canes. The guy's going to go around the net. Sends it back to the point. Puck hops over the stick of the defenseman, and the Carolina Hurricanes have to go back into the neutral zone. Dump it in. Omark's going to stop behind the net. So the question now becomes who gains momentum off of what just happened there. Oh, they're okay. We got two streams of this going right now. This is funny. All right. Well, we got all right. So Ottawa is going to flip the puck out into the Carolina zone. Slavin's going to pick it up. He's going to send it over to Chatfield, whatever that is. All right, here comes the Hurricanes. Shot blockered away by Olmark. Brady Tkachuk over to Sanderson. Sanderson's gonna, we're off the boards to Timmy Stutzla. He's gonna lose it, but then he has defense with there. Oh, here comes Timmy Stutzla. He's not gonna be able to control that puck, and here come the Canes. And it's going to be offside on Carolina. And Andrei Svechnikov is not happy. And neither is Rod Brindamore. Neither is Roddy Brindamore. So, oh, man. Okay. Whew. All right. Got to get Austin Hockey in here. Got to get Austin Hockey in here because I got to see the reactions here. All right. All right. Oh boy. Okay. So yeah, let's continue coverage here. So there's 37 seconds left in the first overtime period. And I'm just looking at NHL.com. They're down to 0. So we're having a second overtime. Oh boy, a second overtime here. So once this period ends, I'm going to go take a quick break. There we go. All right. All right. So so honestly so taking a look, just overall first period thoughts. I like what I've seen from both teams. The pace is up there. Right? And I think that's kind of the reason why my nerves are setting in a little bit. At least with LA, you know what you're getting. You're getting slowed down hockey. At some point, Edmonton's going to break through that because they have the superior speed. They don't have that against Anaheim. They don't have superior speed. I would say they have equal speed. And because of this, it's a high octane hockey game. Anything can happen. That being said, the Ducks only have what, 4 shots on goal? Let's take a look here. 4 shots on goal, I think. Let's take a look here. Line score 2-0. Shots on goal 3. The Ducks only have 3 shots on goal. So Edmonton has been playing well defensively. They're not giving the Ducks a lot of time and space. They're not giving the Ducks a lot of easy zone entries. But yeah. But yeah, it's so yeah. But anyway, first intermission, I'm gonna go take a quick break. I'm gonna grab myself some water, and yeah, I'll be right back as soon as the game comes back. I will see you guys at the start of the second period. Bye. All right, we are back. Second period underway. Shots are 14-4 in Edmonton. Score is 2-0. Pretty good first period from the team overall. I can't really be upset with how they played in the first period. They limited Anaheim's chances when they could, but the Anaheim Ducks are going to score right off the hop. Troy Terry, and it's 2-1 Edmonton. Oh boy, that was not how you want to start the period. Holy friggin' God, guys. Well, oh my God. Here we friggin' go. All right, puck dumped into the Duck zone. So right off, and we have an icing. It's icing against Edmonton. Great. Great start to the period, boys. Holy fuck, it's never easy, is it? It is never fucking easy. Oh, yeah. Okay. Face off one by Edmonton, not cleared out though. Ducks are going to send it into the corners. Savoy back to Ekholm. Ekholm's going to send it up to Connor, and that's going to be another icing call against Edmonton. All right. All right, Ducks win the face-off. Carlson, he's going to try and send it to the front of the net. It's going to get blocked by Ekholm. And Ekholm is going to kind of get into a battle with it with Troy Terry. Ekholm, the Ducks doing a good job keeping that puck off of, not preventing Ekholm from getting a clean touch of that puck. And now finally it's going to squirt to the point. Ducks are going to send it right back behind the net. Troy Terry back to down low, intercepted by Ekholm. Ekholm double teamed. He's going to send it in front to Connor Ingram, who's going to push it over to Bouchard. Bouchard's going to try and get it out. He's not going to be able to. He's going to get pressured. And here come the Ducks. Shot all over the net. Nice block. Was that Ekholm with the block? I think that was Ekholm with the block. Oilers can't get this puck into the Ducks zone right now. Ducks have got that goal, and it's gone to their legs. It's gone to their legs. Edmonton on their heels a little bit here. Hines in his own zone. He's going to stop up. He's going to send it over to his D partner, who's that's Gudis. Gudis is going to dump it into the Oilers zone. No icing. Wallman, he's going to get up with it. Here comes Wallman. He's going to pass it up to Draisaitl. Draisaitl's going to go in. He's going to button hook, send it back to the point for Embers. Embers going to take that shot, and Dostal is going to make that save. Oh, fuck. That was a good block there for by what's his name? Matthias Ekholm there on that play. All right, Draisaitl against is that I don't know who that is, and they're gonna win that face-off. Ducks are gonna flip it out of their zone. Nice step up by Wallman in the neutral zone with the hit. Draisaitl is going to send it back to Emberson. He's going to set it up to Kapanen. He's going to send it back to Wallman. Wallman's going to get hounded and then tripped up, and then he's going to take a penalty here. And it's going to be a power play for the Ducks because, of course, Wallman said he hit my leg. But the Anaheim Ducks are going to go to the power play because why would they give it to Edmonton? Why would they give it to Edmonton? So, I mean, come on, that's bullshit. Are you fucking kidding me? That is horrific call. That is a bullshit penalty call if I've ever seen it. So Wallman gets clipped by the Ducks forechecker. And because that happened, Wallman's stick twirls around and trips an Anaheim player, and Edmonton's getting the penalty? Are you fucking ridiculous, refs? If Anaheim scores on this, you can thank the NHL for that. That is bullshit. That is the most bullshit call I've ever fucking seen in my life. All right. Well, refs are going to rough against Edmonton. That's the way it is. Connor Ingram is going to clear that puck out of the Oilers zone off of that face-off. That is fucking ridiculous. I'm sorry. Edmonton better get the next fucking penalty. I swear to God. Or next power play, I should say. Killorn drops it for a guy, but that's going to be intercepted. Connor McDavid does have a lane here, and he's going to get stripped off the puck. But he did get it down enough that the Oilers are going to be able to get this puck in deep and reset on the PK. Here come the Ducks. Killorn is going to drop it back for Lacombe. He's going to go across ice. And that's going to get floated in front, and the Oilers are going to pick it off. Darnell Nurse is going to lead the rush. Nurse, just take a shot, buddy. He takes a shot, and he does take that shot. He just misses that far side. But here come the Ducks. Cross ice. Back to the point. Down low. In the slot. Shot. Saved by Ingram. And here comes McDavid. He pokes the puck past the defender. He's one-on-one. McDavid. Shot. Saved by Dostal. McDavid. It was all by himself. He had no support, so it's going to be a thing there. But the Oilers are going to clear that puck, and they're going to kill off that penalty. Shots are 18-8 in favor of the Ducks. I think the Ducks only managed 2 shots on that power play. So, but Edmonton managed 2 shots on the PK. So, just saying. Oh, puck in the slot, shot, and that's a goal. It's tie game. Are you fucking kidding me? So how did this happen? Bad. Oh man. Well, 5 minutes ago it was 2-0 Edmonton, and we are now tied at 2. Okay. Puck in the Ducks zone. Ducks are going to grab it, tip it into the Oilers zone. Emerson's going to stop behind the net. He's going to send it over to Wallman. Woman or Podkolzin is going to flip it into the Duck zone. It's going to hit a guy, and the Ducks are just going to flip it out. Draisaitl. So Leo Carlson with the game-tying goal. Hyman battling away. Nothing doing there. Tries to find McDavid. Ducks are just going to send it into the Oilers zone. Ekholm to Savoy. Savoy tries to pass to McDavid. Not a great pass. And what do we have here? We have a trip. And the Oilers are going to go to the power play. So yep. And so they're finally, they call that one. They call that one. Amazing how that works. All right. Penalty on Alex Killorn. Edmonton has a chance to regain the lead here on a power play that hasn't been clicking since Draisaitl went down. We'll see what happens here. We'll see what happened here. All right, Bouchard. He's going to walk the line, passes it down to McDavid. He's going to hop over his stick, and the Ducks aren't going to be able to clear it. Bouchard over to Nugent Hopkins, back to Bouchard. Bouchard to McDavid. Draisaitl. He's going to try to flip it out in front. Where's the puck? It doesn't get anywhere. The Ducks do try to clear it. Bouchard did knock it down, but it still got out. Here we go. All right, McDavid's going to wind it up. 30 seconds of pass on the PK. He's going to get poked off his stick. Nugent Hopkins is there for support, though. He's going to send it back to Bouchard. Bouchard. He's going to find Connor. Connor is going to speed his way through. That's going to be offside at the blue line. And I just can't. This game started off so well. The Oilers came out. They were doing it with the Ducks. It was good. And now I can't even. Okay. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Bouchard finds McDavid on the right side. He's going to drop to Draisaitl. Draisaitl across to Nuge. Nuge tries Draisaitl in the slot and just fanned on that pass, or he fanned on the shot. Ducks are going to clear it out. Bouchard with a minute left in his own zone. He's going to find the stretch pass. That's going to be not offside. Draisaitl back to the point for McDavid. McDavid has the puck. Bouchard to Draisaitl. 40 seconds left on the power play. Edmonton has not really had a good opportunity to set up. McDavid loses the handle, and the Ducks are going to get a clear. Are you fucking kidding me, guys? Here we go. I don't even want to watch. McDavid loses it, and the crowd. That's going to be a penalty on Edmonton. That's a penalty on Edmonton. That's a penalty. Nope, not a penalty on Edmonton. Okay, 18 seconds left. Sorry, 8 seconds left, I should say. And the Edmonton Oilers squander a great opportunity. Podkolzin. Puck held in by Savoy. Savoy sends it down low behind the net. And the Ducks dump it into the Oilers zone. Ekholm. Wallman sends it up to Savoy. It's not going to get cleared out. A Ducks defenseman fanned on his shot. He's going to drop it back to Gudas. He's going to take that shot. And it's going to get gloved by Ingram. I just can't. You know what? I just want to watch. Okay. All right. 9:51 left in overtime. Second overtime between Carolina and Ottawa. All right. Shot from the point, blocked in front. Connor Murphy's going to pick up that puck. All right. Ducks have a 3-on-2 rush. Here come the Ducks. Shot blocked in front. Here come the Oilers. Dickinson, he's going to send it into the zone. Colton Dock on the forecheck. Nothing doing there. Oh, yeah, and Henrik's injured, so Colton Dock into a puck battle. And the Ducks are going to big brain that pass. Dostal's going to try and send it up, and he does. Finds John Carlson. Here comes the Ducks. Good poke check. Shot blocked and deflected out of play. Ay, 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 ay. All right. Shot saved by Ingram. Here come the Oilers. Kapanen. Chip in charge. Podkolzin with the hit. Didn't get all of that hit, though. Draisaitl back to Emberson. Draisaitl shot. Saved by Dostal. Shot again by Podkolzin. Blocked in front. Puck back in the Oilers zone. Emberson. Nice. Nice defensive play by Woman there to break up that cross ice pass. Notice a lot of stick checking in this game. I've noticed a lot of stick checks from both Edmonton and Anaheim. They're very active with their sticks. Shot. Saved by Ingram. Here come the Ducks. Nice save by Ingram. Puck was loose in the slot. Oilers did clear it out. Come on, guys. McDavid battling down low. Ducks are going to send it around back to the point. Send it down low. Emerson for the intercept. McDavid. He's going to try the stretch pass to Savoy, but Savoy will tip it into the Duck zone, so no icing. Here come the Ducks. And that might be icing on Anaheim, and it is going to be icing on Anaheim. 8:50 left in the second period. Shots are 19-12 in favor of Edmonton's score is tied up at 2. I really do not like how this game turned like that. And we knew this was going to happen. Like I said in the pregame, thing. Edmonton and Anaheim combined for 28 goals in 3 games. So this is 4 goals in 1 game. This is not this is not this is not surprising in the least, but I would really hope Edmonton would have just held on to it. And we have a commercial break. So while we were waiting on the commercial, let's check back in with Carolina, Ottawa. 6:52 left in the second overtime period. Here come the Sens. Guy's going to send it out in front, just sends it through the crease wide. Oh no, here we go. Is that Taylor Hall? Taylor Hall, potential breakaway. Taylor Hall, he's going to shoot. Save by Ullmark. Oh my God. And the Hurricanes are going to win it, it looks like. Number 19. All right. So Jordan Martinhook ends it in double overtime for the Carolina Hurricanes, and the Ottawa Senators are down 2-0. Down 2-0. All right. So now I have no excuse but to focus on this game, and I don't want to. I'm tired of how this went. I don't like how this went. I really don't. I really, really, really do not like how this went. Okay. Oh, an Edmonton Oiler is down on the ice. He's slow to get up. All right, here come the Ducks. Curious to see what the shots were like. What, 13-3. Anaheim has outshot Edmonton 10-6 in the second period. They have outscored them 2-0. I do not like that. All right, here comes Bouchard. He's going to skate that puck out. He's going to dump it into the Ducks zone. It's going to go into the corner. Carlson is going to flip it up. McDavid's going to be there on the intercept. Connor McDavid, he's going to go behind the Ducks net. He's going to send it out in front. He's going to shoot it from the point. Dostal is going to make that save. That was Dickinson too. I hope he's okay. All right. Nurse chips it into the Ducks zone. Trouba's going to fire it down the ice, but it's not going to go enough for icing, but Edmonton's going to pick up in the neutral zone. Podkolzin is going to flip that puck into the Ducks zone. Trouba's going to grab it, send it up. But Draisaitl and Nurse on the forecheck prevent that puck from getting out. Kapanen Tries to keep that puck and doesn't do it. Connor Murphy over to Darnell Nurse. Darnell Nurse is going to flip it in on Dostal. He's going to catch it and release it to Jacob Trouba. Is going to flip it into the center ice. 7 minutes to go here in the second period. Score remains 2. Oilers flip it into the Ducks zone. Ducks can't get it back in. Well, get it down in the Oilers zone, but they try to stretch pass for a potential breakaway, but the guy missed it and then just gave up. Woolman tried to find Colton Dock, and he inadvertently deflects that into the netting, and I think we're going to get ourselves another commercial break. No, there's not a commercial break. It's just one of those stoppages in play. All right, well, face off at center ice. Ducks win it. They flip it into the Oilers zone. Colton Dock takes a bump, but he gets the puck down into the ice, and I think that might be icing against Anaheim. No, it's not icing. Sorry, not icing. Not icing against Anaheim. Not icing. Regardless, shot from the point deflects into Dostal, and yeah. Yep. Just fuck. All right. All right. Connor. Shot. Missed the net. All right. McDavid comes out, tries to come out in front, send it to Hyman. Couldn't get it there. Ekholm. He's going to fire it on net. He's going to get blocked in front. McDavid. Ah, man. Would have been offside. Oh, no. Here's a breakaway. Shot saved by Connor Ingram. And now Darnell Nurse is going at it with a guy. Do we have a penalty on Nurse? Oh, for fuck's sake, Darnell. And he takes a fucking. Oh, my. Oh, boy. Great. Great. This is fucking fantastic. I can't even complain about that penalty. That's a warranted penalty for Darnell Nurse. Are you fucking kidding me, Darnell? Like I said, what did I say? I said the reason Edmonton is going to lose this series is because Lucas Dostal is going to stand on his head and Edmonton's going to big brain this. Lucas Dostal is standing on his head and Edmonton is big braining this. They're giving the puck away after a solid first period. They've given the puck away. They're taking stupid penalties. They're going to lose this game. And now they're going to lose this series. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. All right, here we go. Why, Darnell? Why would you do that? All right, here we go. Ducks. And they scored right off the hop. They score one more, I'm going to bed. I got to get up for work early tomorrow. I can't afford to be dicking around with this. So if Anaheim gets one more to make it 4-2, I'm just going to call it there and then. I don't know what else to say. And of course, Sportsnet's stupid camera angle. I can't even tell what the fuck happened there. So here we go. Offensive zone chance for Edmonton. And they lose the face-off. Why else would they? Nurse with the shot, blocked in front. Wasn't a good shot to begin with. I don't know why Darnell just is out there taking shots. Just send the puck down low and get off the fucking ice, please. Nurse gets pressured, sends it around for Kapanen. Or Podkolzin, rather. Podkolzin. I don't know why I pissed. Edmonton doesn't win game ones. I counted on how many fucking hands. I counted on one hand the 4 times Edmonton's won game one since I started watching this team playoff hockey in McDavid Draisaitl era. This is not This is not new. This is not fucking new. Draisaitl. Back to Bouchard. Sends it up. Ekholm finds Draisaitl off his skate. Leaves it for Kapanen. Kapanen's going to take that shot. Dosal with the save. McDavid tries to send it out in front. Savoy just missed it. Puck flips in on Dostal, and he's going to cover it. So it looks like Edmonton's going to the power play. Alex Killorn off for slashing. So Edmonton's on the power play. They have an opportunity to tie it, which they won't. They won't. I mean, Anaheim scores on their power play. Edmonton won't score on theirs. Nugent Hopkins, down low for Connor. Connor's going to try to send it across. Draisaitl, back to McDavid. McDavid, back to Draisaitl. Back to the point for Bouchard. Bouchard. I said Newshard there. Draisaitl shot. Dostal with the save because, of course, puck is bouncing around the crease. Oilers can't put it into the open end. Dostal was out of position too. Bouchard. McDavid goes cross ice for Draisaitl. He's gets the one-timer off, but it's not a good shot. He fans on it, and the Ducks are going to get an easy clear. And do we have a stoppage in play? I don't know why. I guess I don't know what happened there. The puck is at center ice. So 1:20 left on the power play. 3:26 left in the period. Oilers down 1-1. They're down 3-2. All right, Oilers dump the puck in. Dostal's going to stop behind the net. McDavid goes around the net, finds Draisaitl. Draisaitl missed the net. Oilers get the puck into the zone. The Ducks are going to clear it right out. 40 seconds left. This power play is over. All right. Here comes Connor with speed. Sends it over to Draisaitl. Draisaitl back to Bouchard. Bouchard. Down low for McDavid. Cross-side McDavid back to Bouchard. Bouchard. David tries to go cross-side to Draisaitl. Bouchard with the... he airmailed it. Power play is over. Killorn. Minute 44. Even if Anaheim doesn't score, I think I'm just going to call it at the end of the second period. I like I said, it's 12 o'clock a.m. for me. I got to get up early. I don't want to do this. All right, Dickinson's going to flip that puck in. Ekholm's going to flip it to the Ducks zone. Dickinson tries to drop it for Doc. So Adam Henrique is gone. He's not playing anymore. So Adam Henrique is out, it looks like. So that bodes well for Edmonton because now they can get Josh Szymanski back in the lineup like they should. .44 seconds left in the period. Ducks try to go cross ice. Kapanen to Nurse. Nurse tries a fucking shot. I don't care. I don't know why Nurse is down as where he is. Kapanen back to the point for... I don't know why we're running Nurse and Bouchard right now. Bouchard winds, fires, blocked in front. And Second period is going to come to an end. Oilers down by 1, and I'm going to call it there because I'm going to go to bed. And yeah, I'm going to call it there. I'll see you guys on Wednesday for game 2. And it looks like right now, as of right now, Anaheim's going to take game 1. And I will see you guys. How do I exit out of here? Oh, end stream. Yeah, we're going to call it there. Game 2 or game 1 goes to the Ducks. Game 2 is on Wednesday around, I'm guessing at the same time, so as tonight. So I'll see you guys for game 2 on Wednesday. Have a good night. I'll see you then.